Kim Townsel here. This video will talk about some of the resources that I used that helped me when I had a bad diagnosis of breast cancer. I am one of those that tries to get as much information as possible in order to make an informed decision, and so these are some of the things that helped me to make my decisions. First of all, when I found out, I went into full research mode. I made myself a binder because I'm a teacher and I'm a binder queen. And I put all types of things in there. I put things I needed to do. I put in reports. I put in copies of my reports in here, things that I took to the doctors. And then some treatment options. This was my information about that. And then some copies of bills and things like that. I'm going to go into some of the resources that help me cognitively, emotionally, socially, and physically to deal with this thing that was thrown into my life that I wanted no part of. But I also wrote to the Cancer Research Library. They sent me some information. I sent my pathology to Vanderbilt for a second opinion. I asked my surgeon for a second opinion, and she said, "I'm going to send you to the best," and that's Dr. Head at Vanderbilt University. Unfortunately, the second also validated the first. Additionally, I wrote to UAB, which is a large research university and hospital in Alabama, asking if they had any information on patients who had this particular type of cancer, as well as breast implants, which was the case with me. Unfortunately, there was little or no data in the literature, but they were very helpful and did send me what they had, which is shown. I also had some online and text resources that were very helpful to me. One that presented the information in a format that I could easily understand and had great pictures was breastcancer.org. I downloaded a lot of information there, and it really helped me to understand what was going on, as well as directing me to other resources. Two other resources that really helped me were the www.cancer.org and cancer.gov. I received from them a booklet for women facing breast cancer, and it had 48 pages, but now it's only available as a PDF file. I also received from the American Cancer Society the Breast Cancer Dictionary, which was 55 pages, and also is now only downloadable as a PDF. Then from the National Cancer Institute, I received the What You Need to Know About Breast Cancer. It was 74 pages, had a glossary, had great line drawings, and it's also available online now. One of the most comprehensive resources that I had at the time, and I imagine is still one of the most comprehensive resources today, is Dr. Susan Love's breast book. This impressive tome has 700 pages. 100 pages were the appendices, the glossary, and the index. Had numerous drawings that were very, very helpful. Chapters range from everything about common problems from the breast to breast problems, and then also prediction and prevention of cancer, the treatments, and living with breast cancer. Another book that was very helpful was the Breast Cancer Survival Manual. I paid $6.88 for it. It was written by John Link, a medical doctor. It had 19 chapters that dealt with diagnosis, management, and alternative methods as well. It had resources, glossary, and an index. Those two books were pretty medical and straightforward, but there's also books that have personal stories and a sense of humor. Here are two of those. The first one is The Victoria's Secret Catalog Never Stops Coming. I paid $3.50 for this, and it was worth all of that and more. It had 156 pages in it. The writer lives in California. At 36, she just wanted to be tested and found out that she did have breast cancer. The book has 13 lessons in it that are the chapters, and there's a great quote by her doctor that says, "The goal is for all of this to become boring. Someday you're going to forget my name. You may even forget that you ever had breast cancer." And I have to say that does happen. The other book was Why I Wore Lipstick to My Mastectomy. It's a single author story, and it was made into a movie or a TV show. I paid $12.43, and it has about 200 pages in it. And Geraldine Lucas was executive producer for 2020 for ABC News at the time, and then she became the director of original programming for Lifetime. And this is a pretty funny and useful little book. I also had books that were compilations of a lot of people's stories. One was written by Barbara Delinsky called Uplift, and this was a very, very helpful book for me. I only paid $3.59 for it, and it came from a library. All the proceeds from the book went to breast cancer, and it was written in 2001. The author had the same secrecy as I did. She had many of the same concerns and issues about revealing her situation to other people. But this contains hundreds of insights from people affected by breast cancer, and it's arranged in 15 topics. It's super easy to read and very personal and very, very helpful. Another book was the Breast Cancer Book of Strength and Courage, and this one was written in 2002. I paid under $7 for it, and it's 46 stories. It's super easy to read, and it's personal journeys, which are very uplifting. Additionally, I found some audiobooks, and then there was a TV show that really helped me as well. The first set of audiobooks was called Anatomy of Hope, and it's 4 CDs that are about 5 hours. I rented them from a company, but you can also purchase them for $19.93. These were by Dr. Jerome Groopman, who is a Harvard Medical School professor. These were deep medical narratives, and one almost made me faint while I was driving. However, overall, they were very encouraging and very informing. One of my favorites was a 1 CD called Health Journeys for Cancer by Belle Ruth Naparsack, who also does health journeys for other issues as well. And it's full of affirmations and meditations. She has such a calming voice, and it helps you to focus on the healing and dealing and not focus on the fear. I highly recommend this. CD. Additionally, one thing that really helped me was I found a PBS show on cancer that shows how cancer cells all live in our body and how they grow and how it becomes a problem. But the fact that everybody has cancer cells in them helped alleviate my fear about my need to get all of them out of my body. That's just really not feasible. Other resources were my little reminders that I posted around the house to remind myself. Even though they told me they got everything out with a very small margin, the fear of recurrence was real. So I just used that to remind me to enjoy each and every single day. I don't remember where I got this quote. I think it was from a meditation that I did. I wish I could remember where I got it from. But I printed this out and posted it in various places around my house. All abundance is possible if I focus on what I can bring to myself. Remember, it is the life I create for myself and those I love that matters most. Put out positive energy and accept that everything good is possible for me. Try to be supportive of people that are going through hard times. We can't really tell them what to do, but we can always be there for them and be willing to listen and be a sounding board. Thank you for watching, and I highly encourage you to seek out resources if something bad happens to you, no matter what it is. There are people out there that can support you. There's a ton of information out there, so there's no need to make a decision, an uninformed decision. We're actually overwhelmed with information, so choosing wisely, of course, is going to save us some time and give us some better pros and cons for our options. Until next time, bye.